Hey guys, how's it going? Cell here, and welcome back to episode 18 of the Ultimate Ironman progress. In this episode, I am hoping to start Slayer. I know I kinda boosted a lot of XP with Tears of Gothics, which I was hoping not to, but ended up doing other things, but hopefully this episode will be able to get to Slayer. There are a few things, quick things relatively anyways, that I want to get to finished. First of which, I am going to Alpha's Runeplate body. There are some stash units that the Runeplate body is used in. However, they all require things that I don't really feel like getting at the moment, like a Mystic Hat or a Rune Halberd, which, I mean, the Rune Halberd is easy-ish, and now I'm kind of talking myself into it. It is going to cost 80-something K, so I guess I'll think that one over. But next order of business that I can get done immediately is cleaning these herbs. I can clean all the ones that I have now, so I'd rather have a clean stack and then always clean all the ones that I have, rather than worry about, accidentally cleaning one, then having to drop it because I don't have room for it. So I'm just going to find a place to do that conveniently and go ahead and do it. Alright, it's not quite at the level of being able to do it at this leprechaun to the north here, but I'm going to run back and forth between this bank chest and the leprechaun here to unnote and clean all these herbs and then renote them, etc., etc. I also picked up a farming contract for dwellberries. No idea how hard the seed is to get for that, but if I end up getting one, I'll do that. By the way, I'm just completely clueless about the whole contract thing, so probably just learn as I go with everything else. Alright, there's 54 herb lore. Technically I was lying when I said I could clean all of them before, because I couldn't clean the quorum, but I knew I'd be able to get enough XP to get to 54. So technically I was right, technically I was wrong. I somehow convinced myself that this would be less bad than having to clean them all when I do like future methods like the Lunar Diplomacy, Marental, Guam Potion method, and I honestly think this is probably worse, but not a quitter, even when it's a good idea to quit. At least, alright, I'm already committed to this. I'm definitely a quitter in other situations, but anyways. Alright, that took way too long, but it's done. Okay. Next thing, gonna put some stuff in the bag and then probably go build the stash for this Runeplate body. So I thought I would have to go blackjacking at some point, but it looks like I'm gonna have more than enough money to get everything I need to. Just through a little bit more, I'm about to spend like 90-ish K on a halberd. That'll put us down to a little over 300. Barrow's Gloves are going to be 130k, and then Nature Runes for Bone Speeches, finishing that off, will be around 80k, I believe. I only need about 300 to finish off the remaining Pizzazz points, and from there we should have 100 and something K left for, well, okay, we'll have around 100k left for supplies and such, and Slayer should ideally net us some more money, a net profit overall, in the long run at least, so this will be a bit of an investment, so to speak. Alright, here comes the stash unit being built. So technically we can get these items back whenever we want once we put them in here, but none of them are going to be particularly useful for us. It's just going to be hopefully something convenient to have in the future, and something we don't have to worry about grabbing whenever we get a hard clue step for that. Next thing I'm going to be working on is getting 55 defense for the Natives Not helm, and I'm probably just going to do that all in one go and come back at 55. Oh, before that though, I am going to buy Barrow's Gloves real quick. It's going to be quite a hit to the cash, but oh well. Oh, and it's apparently a hard task as well. So over the Rune Gloves, that's 4 total, and we can check out the her strength over. Check the bonuses. A massive 12 melee strength, 12 melee and range attack bonus, and defense bonus, and 6 for magic, which means these are also good for other combat styles as well. Don't know how it compares to range van braces or anything, but I believe this is the second highest magic attack bonus, which is just great. And with our current setup, we're going to have 94 melee strength bonus, which is pretty amazing to me considering that the Scimitar is only 66, which is getting 28 from other gear, and that's only going to go up once we get our helmet unlocked. Alright, I just got 54 strength, as you saw there. I did start out with my combat training at Cast Druids, as I did last time. So I ended up picking up a few law runes and some herbs as well. I also got a nature talisman drop, which I'm going to keep for now because I have space, and it may come in handy in the future. If it doesn't, no big deal. I'll just drop it. Better to have it and have to drop it later than want it and not have it. So, anyways, I ended up coming back to Sandcrafts for the first time ever, and it's just so much more AFK. I could get addicted to this for sure. Gonna try not to though. So, anyways, got 55 defense and 54 strength, as you just saw, and that puts us over the 70 combat threshold, which will allow us to use Chelder, is that her name, in Xanaris. So, that's where we'll be getting our Slayer task for the time being, and in the interim period between clips, I've decided that for this short term at least, I want to go to 50 Slayer and stop there and do some quests, because that I think is the most reasonable Slayer quest requirement we can hit in the short medium term. So yeah, anyways, I have some trees done growing, so I'm gonna go check those. And for anyone like way out of the loop, I want to reiterate that I got 55 defense for the Helm of Natisnot, which requires it. The strategy going forward, I'm gonna probably get 65 attack and strength for the Warriors Guild. Sorry about the notification sound. Because you need a total of 130 in these two stats, and then once I start going for Defender, I'll get up to 60 defense so I can wear the Dragon Defender, and then I'll probably train them evenly up to 70s and then go from 79 strength, which is, I think, the pretty typical strategy. Might go up to 75 attack, depending on if there's a requirement there or not that I want to hit. So yeah, guess we'll just see in the future. Alright, I accidentally came to Xanaris when using the fairy ring, so I guess I'll just get my assignment right now. 169 elves. That is a big task, and I have no idea whether it's good, so hopefully it is. Oh, something I noticed when I was doing random crap earlier, going to Sandcrafts, really. You can buy the herb sack from Tithe Farm now, which means I don't have to spend 750 Slayer points on it. Instead, I can just spend 250 points there, which is massively beneficial because I'd rather spend Slayer points on other things or save them for skips and blocks in the future. So once I get 58 herb lore, I am probably gonna head there immediately. Alright, 3 more teaks. Great XP coming in. There is 61 and yet another Hespori seed, apparently. And another one. Okay, hopefully some of these can get saved for when we actually need them after we get 65 farming. Anyways, that's another 21k XP. And the next one is probably going to be, or the next level is probably going to be in a few days from the next set of teak trees. Alright, it's been quite a long time since the last update. I actually got a bit carried away at Sandcrabs again, but this time with the range. Ended up getting 55 range. Just AFKing there for a while. It was like 100k XP, which makes it seem like quite a while. I was there for a couple hours, a couple few. And then I came to Mage Training Arena because I realized during the elf task that I have only just started, about 5 kills in, that I do not have Bone Speeches unlocked. One, I wanted to unlock it. So I'm from 64 to 66 magic, finishing off the Alchemist room. I had a little over 100 out of 300. I thought I had a little over 200, so it took quite a bit longer than I expected, but can finally unlock Bone Speeches. Alright. And I believe Peaches heal 8 each, and we're going to need these runes anyways, I believe. I guess maybe not, but it's not too big of a pain to carry around earth and water runes to prolong our food supply at places. Plus, this will be helpful in other possible boss scenarios in the future, as well as for a diary requirement. Anyways, I think next order of business is getting back to elves. Made another decent bit of progress on yet another hard clue, and we can't complete it because we need rune boots and some other stuff. Like, that'd be much more possible to get, but the rune boots put it way over the top since we need, I believe, 80 Slayer for neck reels. Yep. And they're the only things that drop from boots. Oh well, maybe we'll get another hard clue from the rest of these elves. Alright, with this last kill, that task is finally over. I am not kidding when I'm saying that this amount right here is about 40% of the task. Anyways, we got up to nearly 58 strength, 57 hit points, 44 Slayer, and I only wanted to quit like the entire time. No, it wasn't the worst thing probably, but maybe the second worst thing. We did get quite a few good seed drops as well. We also got 2 loop halves, which I'm just going to put them both in the looting bag because we've got a few extra spaces here. And if need be, I can drop or otherwise use some of this stuff, so not hankering too badly for space right now. Inventory's a little cluttered because of the body and soul runes, but I'm managing. Could also stuff this axe in the bag probably since I'm not doing like birdhouse runs or anything when I thought I might be. But yeah, I'm gonna go plant these seeds and attempt this clue and then get another task. Oh, I am liking the alchables from Slayer already because despite having to take like 3 or 4 trips, which cost 9 or 12k, and boat rides and like buying runes and a few other things, we're still 25k over what I started with on that task, and that's not even a great task for alchables. I got like probably 9 to 12 alchables total for varying amounts. A wilderness step. I think if I was more likely to be able to finish this out, I would go for it, but it's improbable, so I'm gonna toss it. Alright, what are we gonna get for our 5th task? Pyrofiends. Okay, that sounds less terrible somehow than elves. It's less of them, and it's probably not gonna take 30 minutes to kill each one. Alright, apparently you don't need to do 5, it's just the 5th task that gets you points. So that's 10 points and task down. Got up to 59 strength and 45 Slayer. That one wasn't even 20% as bad as the elves, honestly. It was pretty great compared to them. Got a medium clue, so I'm going to go see if I can do that. Might as well pick up another task on our way to the next step. Wall beasts. It's probably going to be terrible, but it's only 20 of them, I guess. Alright, here's our first medium clue. And it's pretty bad, but could have been worse, I guess. It was a very fast task and quite easy. Didn't really use any food, except I had to keep eating some to get glum, so maybe I just shouldn't have bought any. Anyways, Pyrofiends again. I mean, it wasn't terrible the first time, so I guess that's fine. And with 46 Slayer that I almost missed, we get 1400 total level. Feels like they're coming in hot now. You have to believe me, that wasn't on purpose. Pyrofiends and all. I had to come this way for a clue scroll, so I figured I might as well check my trees, and we got up to 62 farming. Can grow snapdragons, probably won't though. We do have a few seeds from elves. Probably gonna save those for a higher farming level though. Alright, another few Pyrofiends down. Very close to 47 Slayer. Up to 30 points now, which means we can skip a task if we absolutely need to. Gonna try to avoid doing that though until I've got a bit of a buffer saved up. Anyways, I got a medium clue. Got an adamant plate script G. And a fire battle staff, decent alks. I'm not gonna be able to keep either of those. I don't know if I can do anything with the fire lighter, probably not. But you need the whole set of gilded or trimmed armor in order to store it in the house, so that's just gonna get out, but it is nice for the collection log. And our next task is gonna be cockatrice. Guess it could be worse. I need a mirror shield for these, I believe. Guess we're going back to the Relic of Slayer dungeon. Of course, got a cockatrice egg. It's 1 in 1,000. No medium clues or anything like that yet. The inputs I'm getting are honestly fine though, in terms of the loot. Also got a maze random for a bunch of death runes. The inputs I'm just gonna note at the leprechaun. Basically my loop is teleport to the monastery, note things there, use the varying ring to get back to the cave, and it's working out so far. These will come in very handy when whenever I want to make some super strength potions in the future. There is actually some use to this in that you can give it to the Dark Altar for 2500 prayer XP, so I think that's what I'm going to end up doing, and that'll get us up to 47 prayer. Just picked up a Calphite task, so I'm going to do that here shortly, but first I'm going to offer this site to the Dark Altar. Go ahead, I don't want it for anything else, and that gets us 47 prayer, which is a quest requirement for the future, probably next episode. I also have trees done growing on Fossil Island. I do have 7 more teak saplings, but I am going to switch to mahogany now, just because I want to end on teak saplings, teak trees rather, so that I can do, I think, some construction method there, versus mahogany wouldn't be quite as useful, so I am going to finish these off before switching back to the teaks, and then once those are finished, just leave them there. And there's 48 Slayer. Only a couple more levels to our goal of 50. Technically I could stop now, but I'm enjoying the Slayer so far, and I kind of need some more time to plan out what I'm going to do next. Alright, that's another task down. Let's go for the next one here. This will be our 10th one. 167 trolls. That might be a bit of a pain, but I mean, it'll probably take a while, but it'll be decent XP at least. Almost missed it, but there's 49 Slayer. One more to go until I hit my intermediate goal, and it looks like I'll be able to be closing in on the Warriors Guild requirement by the time I can start looking for a black mask, which is good because I don't really want to get a Dragon Defender until I can store it in a stash unit. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, that might be a master stash unit, which I don't have the construction level for. I'll have to look into that in the future, but the gist of it is there's a stash unit that's really good for Slayer for UIM, in which you can store a Dragon Battle Axe, a Slayer Helmet, and a Dragon Defender. And you need pretty much all 3 of those things for Slayer, the way UIM do it. So, yeah, that'll be something I aim for in the future. Okay, so it turns out that stash unit is a master stash unit, and those require a lot higher construction level than I thought. I would need 88, which means either a lot of training or a lot of training plus a boost, so I'm not sure what I'm going to do about that, or if that's going to be a possibility. Might just have to, suffer the long haul of holding all those things in my inventory for a while, which wouldn't be a huge deal since it would probably be during a big Slayer grind anyway, so something to think about though. There's our 10th task done. Bonus 40 points, or 5 times multiplier rather. Up to 100 points now. I think the first thing I'm going to end up buying is superiors. I think that's the typical meta thing to do. Anyways, we are very slightly shy of 50 Slayer, so I'm going to pick up another task, probably finish it all the way through, even though I won't really have to, just for the sake of it, and then we'll be done with the 50 Slayer grind. If you can really call it a grind, it wasn't that bad overall. Also got, seeds and stuff I need to use after this, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that too. Also, Runelight continues to lie to me about when my trees are done growing, so I haven't planted my mahoganies yet, but it will be in a couple hours. Next task is Lesser Demons. Okay. I don't know whether I'll end up ranging those. I probably will, which would be a decent change of pace. Something I can do in a more relaxed style than meleeing things. Plus, it's a chance to get our range up a little bit more, which is always good. And there's 50 Slayer. I don't think we'll be getting another one. Actually, we might, based on how much XP we need left, but I'm just going to finish out this task before moving on to the next thing I want to do. I just realized that in this area it's really easy to see how the game stops rendering certain tiles when they leave your screen view. It's pretty interesting, I guess. And 51 Slayer. We are going to end a little bit off of 58 range, but nice to get a couple levels, nearly 3 actually, so that's a big improvement. Also up to 60 hit points. I'm not recording every level just because I feel like it'll be tedious when there are so many going back and forth, and it's kind of a pain for me to record during combat anyways. We've also gotten a few ensouled heads, which unfortunately I can't use because you need 72 magic to reanimate the ensouled demon head, so oh well. I'm not going to go out of my way to... I didn't want to go out of my way to get 72 magic before this task. And that's the task over. I think I'm going to go do Rag and Bone Man now and finish out the episode of that. Because I believe the last requirement I needed for that was 40 Slayer, which of course I got quite a while ago now. So I think it'll be a good time to finish this out, knock out another quest, and get rid of the yellow text, which is kind of annoying sometimes, knowing that you started something but not finished it. I am not going to get another Slayer task immediately, because I feel like if I get a bad task, it will put me off from wanting to start it again. So I kind of just want to wait until I'm at a point where, I have to do the thing, and then, there's no time there to think about it and think my way out of it, I guess. Teak tree is finally finished growing, which means we're going to go in some mahogany logs now, or saplings rather. And if these do end up surviving, they're going to be a whopping 15k XP each, which is going to be insane over the course of the 22 saplings that we have. So I got most of the way through Rag and Bone Man 2, and let's see, we've got 4 things left. And the reason I'm deciding to stop, I remembered, because I did have a reason I didn't want to finish it before. I don't want to have Mogres, I think, unlocked for Slayer. And by doing the mini quest that would allow me to finish Rag and Bone Man 2, I would permanently unlock them as a potential Slayer task. So I don't want to finish Rag and Bone Man 2 until I'm at a Slayer Master that will never assign them, and I know I'll never go back to one that will. Currently, Childer will assign them, so I want to hold off on that for now. Neve and all Slayer Masters beyond her will not assign Mogres though, so once I get to 85 combat and start using Neve, I will most likely finish out that quest. Anyways, that pretty much is going to be a wrap on this episode. Going to spend some time at the waterfall here, doing some barbarian fishing for a while I tie some clips together, do some other stuff as well. Here's where we're ending off. Also probably going to do some of these clue scrolls as I get them, and come back at the beginning of next episode with the loot and level updates. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Gotta sink our teeth into Slayer a little bit this episode. Definitely more of that coming in the future though, after we do a bit more questing. And next episode I want to go for that plus a few diaries, so because we're at a point where we can complete I believe all of the medium diaries if we get our smithing up to 59 for Mithril Grapple, because I need to get my smithing up at some point anyways, so I'd rather smith it myself than get one as a drop and then have to train my smithing later anyways. That'll probably be 2 episodes from now though. Next episode will probably be a questing, skilling focus before moving on to the diaries. Anyways, hope you guys have enjoyed. If you have, or if not, feel free to give me some feedback down below in the form of a thumbs up or a comment. If you're not subscribed and you want to see more of the series, feel free to subscribe. And I heard you're supposed to ring a bell. I've never had a problem with subscriptions, so never done that myself, but ring it if you feel like it, I guess. Anyways, hope everyone has a good time. See you next time. Peace.